We're talking the new iPad, iPhoto Mobile. Sparrow finally goes mobile, and a look at ACDSee's Camera Flash with Doc Pop today on App Judgment. This episode of App Judgment is brought to you by Jack Threads. Welcome to App Judgment, your source for mobile app news and reviews. I'm Mauricio Balvanera.
I'm Doc Pop.
How's it going, Doc?
It's going really well.
Yeah? Did you get a brand new one of these yet?
A new iPad? No.
That's a trick question.
Because they're not out yet.
Yes,
Tomorrow
exactly,
night, midnight.
So all the reviews are out. We've seen the reviews on The Verge. We've seen them on TechCrunch. We've seen them on Daring Fireball and other fireballs and stuff. I actually did a quick roundup of reviews last night. Check it out at this link. But what do you think? What are your thoughts on it so far?
It looks great. I mean, the last one was a big improvement over the first one, and this is the same thing. People seem to be more impressed with the fact that Apple has not messed up yet. Like, that seems to be the story, is like, oh my God, they still make products that we like, but it's just not great enough for me to go out and buy one.
And that's coming from someone who owns an iPad 1.
Yes, yeah. I love my iPad 1. I use it whenever I travel. I use it to DJ, but I personally have never found myself needing anything else. There's not a single wall I've run up to yet.
What's going to get you to jump forward? Because I see maybe skipping a generation has been my strategy, but what's going to get you to upgrade? So
for me, I just don't carry it around enough to really need it to be the top of the line. iPhones, they fit in my pocket. This is the most used device I have. I'm willing to wait in line or whatever, but the iPad, there's just really, I mean, I take a trip once a month, and it just has never been a big pain to me.
Fair enough. Sounds like you don't need an iPad, but you do need an iPhone.
Yes.
Because you have iPhoto on there now.
Yes, iPhoto for iPhone is finally out.
Well, so we talked about this a little in the last episode, but we can actually get a hands-on demo here. So I noticed you've got a little bit of a problem in that, well, not in that, but probably because you have literally thousands of photos on the phone right now.
Yes, and I'm not proud of that. Like, I should be better editing. Like, that's not the case, but that is the case. I've got, a couple thousand photos, and so every single time I open up iPhoto for iPhone, it has to rebuild my library. Every single time, there's 30-second to a minute if it doesn't crash.
Yeah.
And I'm not really sure what's going on. It seems like it should build once, and I'm happy with that. Like, if you get a new DJing app and it takes 5 minutes to import, thousands of songs, that's fine. It's a one-time thing.
Well, let's check out some of the features on here.
Well, the big thing is these all sort of seem like things that should just be in the camera roll anyway. It's really nice to navigate and switch around between photos. Your photo album management is nicer. You can look at information. The editing is something that they added into the last version of Camera Roll, where you could do cropping and stuff like that. This has auto enhance like a Photo Roll does. I can't tell a big difference between iPhoto's auto enhance and Camera Roll's photo enhance.
Okay.
But the big thing that I do really like about iPhoto is once you have your folders in there, if you have thousands of photos, it's really easy to just go through and mark photos for deletion or flag them just by going left to right. It's not like click yes, no for every single photo. It's much easier to manage.
Good.
So in Camera Roll, you have to be in the grid view and you select multiple things. Here you can just quickly swipe through, hit delete, swipe, delete. I just think it's easier for managing your photos.
Yeah, that's awesome. That looks pretty good. I've been meaning to try it out a little bit more on my phone. I haven't had a chance to, mostly because I've been primarily on my Android and not taking pictures. I don't know if you saw, but my lens is severely scratched right now. Ooh. So it's not a pretty picture, literally. Not a pretty picture. So going from the pleasure side of things over to a little bit more business, Sparrow has finally released their mail application. You didn't realize they were on the desktop? Is that what you were saying earlier?
Sparrow is not, I just use Gmail Web. That's my favorite mail service.
Well, I use just the Mac Mail client, and it's been an okay experience, but I'm getting up there where I have too many emails, I think, maybe. But so you've been playing around with it a little bit more than I have at this point. And what do you think so far?
It is sleek. It's very similar to the Twitter app. Lots of gesture based, lots of pretty animations and stuff when you're waiting. Just things look really nice, especially when compared to the Mail app that just looks just very boring.
Yeah.
The biggest problem.
Functional, but yeah, boring.
Yeah, and this is, I think, way more functional.
Okay.
You do get used to the swipes and stuff like that, and it really speeds up the process. But the biggest thing I was looking for was the ability to have better search. Like I want the Gmail web search is like the best.
Okay.
Like, that's exactly what I want
Yeah.
in the regular thing. And unfortunately, I guess you're still searching the same process. You're still going through the server, the SMTP or whatever, so it's still giving you really weird results sometimes. You search for dog, and the first result is something that comes up from, 2009 or something.
Right.
Not relevant at all, not even...
Bizarre.
Yeah, and so you're going to get the same exact search results from Sparrow, but you're just going to have a better experience using it. It's so smooth. It's so pretty.
And I guess a few other problems, if you want to call it a problem, no push notification for emails, and I guess you still have to manually pull your email down as well. Kind of not that big of an issue for me, just because I don't like getting bothered and distracted by my phone. I tend to turn off auto notifications anyway, but I think that's an important feature for most other people right now. So,
well, this is the email that we wish came with the phone. If this didn't have that level of not being able to easily add a contact from Sparrow to the address book and having push notifications, and just if it worked the same way that Mail did, this would be such a great experience.
They'll get there.
It's like a reskinning basically, but it's really nice.
Okay, check it out, guys. Sparrow, it's out now. Finally. We're going to talk a little bit about your favorite photo app right now, the ACDSee Flash app. And we're going to thank our sponsor first. Only suckers pay full price. And if you love alternative apparel brands like Kid Robot, Hurley, and Stussy, but hate wasting all your cash on them, listen up. Doc, are you listening?
I'm listening.
All right. You can score these premium brands at up to 80% off every day. Now, they're an invite-only shopping club just for guys called Jack Threads, serving up street, skate, and surfwear brands at prices that will melt your brain. My brain is melted. I can't talk anymore.
Brain melting.
Okay, I'll keep talking. There's a wait list to join, but if you head over to jackthreads.com/appjudge, you'll get instant access to all the killer hookups. Go now. Now, before we dive into ACDSee app, I just want to preface this by saying Doc Pop, he's the community manager of Sincerely. You know your apps, you know your camera apps. This is your department. So, and you're actually shooting some episodes back at the office right now.
That's correct.
Sincerely Tips, is that correct?
We're doing Postagram tips. It's our video for how to on anything mobile photography.
Check those out. Those are pretty good. But let's take a look at this app. And you actually made a good point. We've talked in the past about how some of our favorite apps lately do one thing and do it very well. And one problem that I've had with some of my iPhone photography and even Android photography is that the dynamic range on my phone isn't always that great. So if I automatically, I'll fire away and maybe it's overexposed or slightly underexposed because I've aimed at something that's messing up that automatic algorithm. This will fix it.
Absolutely. So this is a single serving app that's designed to correct over or underexposed images. So if you're outdoors and you've got the sun behind someone, but the park is beautiful, there's just this dark figure in the front. You can't quite see their face, or there's a heavy shadow. You can really fix this. You can really get some magical effects out of it. So basically, it's along the lines of Clarity for Camera Plus, but with a slider and with I think, more specific controls for keeping your colors and not creating those halo effects.
Right.
So you're not doing kind of HDR, you're really just lighting up certain areas while retaining the darker areas and the features.
That looks great.
It's so nice to have that slider control. And I usually just do it just a little bit, so kind of keep it dark. And then...
And what's nice about this is that the darks are staying dark. You can see immediately, like, let me reset this again. That looks slightly underexposed. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
It was a foggy, dark day.
Okay. But those blacks are pretty. They're pretty. Yeah, it's not even touching them. That's great. That's amazing.
It's like magic.
So what about transferring photos to the application? What's the import-export process on
Oh, it's very simple. It's only one photo at a time, but you just hit the top left button, and then you can just grab any photo you want. It's not going to work on any photo, but it's worth getting for the low price. It's worth getting and just maybe saving that photo. It can really come in handy. If you're out of the moment, you can't go back and reframe that shot. Well, this can sometimes really bring out the best in those shots.
Very cool. How much is it?
I think it's 99 cents.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's most apps.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, ACDSee, AC, that's A-C, the letter D, S-E-E, C, ACDSee Camera Flash. Works pretty well. I think this is a definite download.
Yes, it's a download.
You're still trying to figure that out. All right, guys, check it out. Doc Pop, thanks for coming on the show again. Again, check him out at Postergram Tips. What's the site for that?
Postergramapp.com.
Check it out. He's there. We're here tomorrow, and next week, and the week after that, and the week after that. And you'll be back soon, I hope.
Yay.
All right.
Yay.
Sweet. We'll see you guys.